the most magical nigga ever.
Hello, my name is Lenora Williams Clark, also known as the Muse, and I'm moving from a space of creative visioning to real life work. So I want to share my journey as it unfolds. And in the end, it will be my sort of whole private practice that is created. My philosophy, which is Museology, and my platform, which is Muse University. But step one is curriculum development. So that's where I'm at in the process. And here we go. I've been in a creative space for the last, I would say, 15 years. I used to be an attorney at a big corporate law firm, and I took a leap of faith in 2009 and started my own creative arts agency. And at the time, I didn't really know what I was creating, except that I knew that I was wanting to be in a more artistic space and to use my skills to help other creatives who were trying to do something different, do a new thing. So I don't know, it was just a time in history. Like Obama was the first president, and or the first black president, and all these gentrification um, sort of actions taking place in all of the historically black cities. And I was in DC at the time, you know, totally disconnected from my community because I worked at like a big white law firm that was in DC, but it wasn't of DC. It was a white shoe Chicago firm. And, my major client was a pharmaceutical company. And, I lived on a certain frequency where sort of like local politics or local people or just local stuff wasn't part of my world there. And I wanted that to change. I wanted that to be different. Like I lived in a neighborhood. I am hood. You know what I mean? So it's like, it just felt, just not right. That feeling kept aching, 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 and it led me on a path, that went all kind of ways, and I became the Muse. That's its own story, but now, it's been a long time, and I have built my confidence. I've gotten my time back because I've raised my children, and she ready, she ready to come, get what Lenora Williams Clark finds important, which is credibility in the intellectual space in which I spent most of my life, even though I feel that I've been elevated to a creative and spiritual space that, it tops the intellectual space by a million. But I'm there now. And so now that I'm there, it's like, well, what are you doing with your day to day? It's like, I was visioning and raising kids, but now the vision's complete and the kids damn near grown. So what you gonna do? Now it's like, all right, well, let's pull out the stuff you said you was doing, and here I go. So, in order to encourage myself to do anything at any point, one, outfits help. I just love like I was literally like lounging around and whatever like 10 minutes ago. Then I was like, oh, like I feel like doing a little work. And what's gonna encourage me to do that, is looking cute, having like cute stuff, and feeling like, oh, like here's my little paperwork. When I was little, when I was a kid, like I used to love like folding up little pieces of paper and putting them in like the little purses my mom would have, and just like rustle through and like I wanted to be like my mom. Her nails were always nice. She dressed cute for work. Like that was my thing. A teacher, second grade, Miss Neely. Like she would make everything cute, our folders or whatever. So that has always been a thing that encourages me. Like I interact with a lot of my intellectual self through beauty. Even in college, people used to like, you know, covet my notes because they were so pretty. They were so meticulous, so organized. So I wouldn't have regular white paper. I'd have pink paper, and I'd have color pens and sections, and like highlighted, and it just looked pretty. So now I'm working on my curriculum and my next step, and so you see my little bag, which is the cutest. But let's see what I have going right now in the bag. So I have my book, Becoming the Muse, which is the main basis, the base text for musology, which is the curriculum that I'm developing for Muse University. And so this is a particular one where I'm just sort of using this book as I sort of go through. I'll put notes in it and as I develop the curriculum. And then just started my little branding materials, for Muse University. So I have beautiful. Ah, it's so pretty. And these are just like mock-ups, but then I'll just collect my materials in here, and when it looks so pretty, it just makes you want to do more. It's like, like I want to see more stuff, and you don't have more stuff to see, so then you have to create it to see it, and then you get your work done. It's not regular white paper. I just bought this pretty paper. Instead of printing on white, I print on that, and it's just like, oh, look at me, how cute I am. Look how cute I am. And then it makes me want to do more stuff because you can't print out nothing. Then I have, my little folder. I printed that out. This is just as simple as I have label paper, sticky paper, like a full sheet, and I printed this out, put it on here, stuck on here. Now it's branded material. Open that up. See, then I just keep my things in there. What else is here? Just printing out stuff, just starting to think through things. Here I have Muse University, my little to-do list. I have the Musology syllabus, here's my notes for Musology 101. So I have to record 12 sort of little talks, and I'm on week 8, so I have to actually record these. My son is holding me accountable for doing these because they come spontaneously. So this is number 8, and I have my little notebook, and it's pretty as well. You can kind of see through there, and it has school calendar, and that's actually, it says 2027-2028 school year, and that and the first day of school is September 7th. So that's when my course should be live. My husband was like, why not 2026? I'm like, because it won't be ready. That would be an unreasonable time period, although it seems like it shouldn't be. Like, I know what it takes to really build this. So I might be done then, but I know 100% that I could start this doing there. So from now until then, there's so much that needs to be done to legitimize, to, just make it all real. But for today, it feels real already, and I'm living in it, and this is how you manifest, or this is how I manifest, by living in it for real myself as I develop it. And so by the time I'm putting it out, then I've already sort of got the jitters out and, just made it real. And then after that, it's just living it. So let's see how this goes. Day 1 of sharing. Thank you.
The most magical nigga ever.